Alright guys, so welcome to Rydeus-The channel. If you're new, really happy to have you. Please subscribe if you like what you are hearing at the channel. If you're returning, again, very happy to have you. Please subscribe if you have not. Our channel, we attempt to simplify success principles and make them available for the average individual to use them and create their own version of success. Normally I'm in the studio. Today I'm not, because I'm on the road and I'm just going to do a quick video. The approach we use is we ask you to send us questions and we try to answer the questions with a video. So today's question is, why men cheat? And it's not that men cheat, it's people cheat. Everybody cheats. Well, not everybody cheats, but any category of individuals cheat, and that's the way we would answer the question. Good. But before I get into answering that question, and at the end of the video I'll give you an option that you could perhaps consider if ever you feel like cheating, or you could share with your partner, you could discuss with your partner if ever your partner feels that way. At the end of the video I'll give you that option, so stay tuned. Now, before we go further, let me talk about success, because some people say that the channel is about success and some of the areas that we raise is not necessarily about success. But remember, we said that each person's definition of success could be different. People could define success in different ways. We have various dimensions to our well-being. For example, spiritual well-being, physical well-being, intellectual well-being, emotional well-being. And in all of these dimensions, we could identify what is our version of success. For example, if somebody wants to lose weight and they set a goal and progressing towards that, then they are achieving success in that regard. If somebody has goals for their relationship and they are taking meaningful action in relation to that, they are going after their own version of success. So success is not about making money, it's not about getting a promotion. It could or it could not be. It's about you setting meaningful goals and progressing towards those meaningful goals. Good? So we get that out of the way. So the question we got was, why men cheat? And as I indicated, it's not about men, it's about people who may have that desire. Now let me try to answer that. Let me try to simplify that. I'm no expert, and that's another thing. Some people say that you have to be an expert in something to teach it. That's not necessarily true. You have to earn the right to speak, and you can earn the right to speak through experience, through focused study, or through research, extensive research. Once you've given yourself that that time to spend, once you've given yourself that opportunity to spend the time studying the area, understanding what works and what doesn't, understanding that life is just a series of patterns, and you could pay attention to the patterns that you're observing and make a calculated guess of some of the things that might work and some that might not. Good. So I'm going to give you the benefit of some of the research I've been doing in terms of preparing a course that very soon I'll be talking more about the course. I'll not talk about it in this video, but I'll give you the benefit of some of that research now. So there are three phases to intimate relationship, to a romantic relationship. There are three phases. Phase 1 is lust, phase 2 is attraction, and phase 3 is attachment. Now there are different hormones or chemicals in our body in the respective phases of the relationship. For example, in the beginning, in the lust phase, you have what is called testosterone in men would be more active, and estrogen in women would be more active. Now these hormones or these chemicals, they form what we could describe as a latent personality and behavioral construct. Let me simplify that. An aspect of us that we can't identify, we can't readily see or detect, but it's informing our personality, it's informing our behavior, it's determining the way we interact with others. Good? So these hormones do that. Testosterone causes us to feel as if we would like to have sex with an individual as often as we could. Estrogen does the same thing in women. Now, in the beginning of the relationship, in the lust phase, testosterone and estrogen is high. But as you progress from the lust phase, let's say after the first, give or take, 18 months or so, where there's also this chemical called limerence. Limerence, our partner could do no wrong. We're just in love, we're just infatuated, we just want to be with that individual. When limerence dissipates or runs out within about 18 months or so, then we enter the phase of attraction. The chemicals present in the attraction phase include chemicals such as dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, some of these chemicals, but these chemicals are more so tied to attraction, not lust, and they're not really encouraging us, informing our personality or behavior to be after sex, to be pursuing sex regularly. These hormones have a different function. These hormones, the extent that we are around each other and we are doing things together, it is not necessarily about sex. It's just about being around each other, feeling good being around each other, feeling good doing things together. Good? And those chemicals are more so the ones that are prevalent. So the levels of excitement that we experience in the lust phase, we're no longer experiencing those levels. They are reduced at that stage. Now, as you progress in your relationship beyond attraction, you actually go to attachment. And when you go into the attachment phase of your relationship, there are different kinds of hormones. These hormones include oxytocin and vasopressin. And these hormones, obviously, they inform our personality and inform our behavior. And it's more or less just this bond that we have. We're satisfied to be around this person that we have this bond with. We're satisfied and we are protective of them. We don't want anybody else to get this person. So we're happy that we've secured this person. We have this person and we're in a secure bond with them. But the secret desires of an individual for increased levels of excitement, they are not being nurtured because the chemicals that would speak to increased levels of excitement, the estrogen, the testosterone, etc., they are more or less dissipated because we're in that attachment phase that is just, the bond is enough. So in our quest to get more excitement in our relationship, if we're not actively looking for avenues to have those increased levels of excitement with our partners because we're so attached to them, the only option we know, many of us, the only option we know is to cheat, to go outside of the relationship, to look for these increased levels of testosterone and estrogen, or this increased excitement, or this increased sense of adventure. The only way to get that is, in some people's estimation, is to cheat, to go outside of their relationship, to have an affair. Now, that is one explanation why people cheat. There are several explanations, because people could cheat because of emotional discontent. I don't really want to be with this person is not the person I thought that they were. So as a result of that, you could find yourself cheating. You could also find yourself cheating because of your sex life just not good. The person that you're with just not doing it for you in terms of your sex life. We're not having the conversation at that level in this video, although we could, but that would be an extensive discussion on its own. But we're speaking here from the perspective of boredom, and boredom contributing to cheating, because you're seeing the only option that you have to deal with the boredom is to go outside of your current relationship. Now, I promised you that if you stay to the end of the video, which we're coming close to the end of the video, I promised you that I would give you an option if you are adventurous. I am going to just touch briefly on something that is called consensual non-monogamy. There are several videos I could do on consensual non-monogamy, but here's not the time and place. As a matter of fact, there's a whole course that I'm doing on consensual non-monogamy. But Consensual non-monogamy is essentially a conversation that couples would have, which would allow them to engage in different levels of non-monogamous behavior, or in different levels of intimacy without exclusivity. So there are different levels. Some people could actually start having conversations about a third party in their relationship. Some people could have conversations about couples, multiple couples in the same place having a good time. Some people could talk about polyamory, which is as a conversation that it by itself. But I am aware of a community that hosts an event called Adrenaline, and in this event called Adrenaline, it's actually where couples go together and they are in the event, but they're not exchanging partners. They are not looking for a third party or anything of that nature. They are just having increased levels of excitement with their partners only in the presence of others. It's called Adrenaline, and I think it's an acronym for adrenaline. It's a desire to recreate and engage in naughty activities, lose insecurity with no envy. I think that's what the acronym stands for. I'm not 100% sure, but the point I'm making, if you want increased levels of excitement in your relationship and you don't want to cheat, because cheating has severe consequences. Cheating has several consequences that it have implications for the children, for property, for the respect each other have for one another. So cheating is not good, but you could have a conversation about consensual non-monogamy, and if you don't want to be with anybody else, there are options that you could get the increased levels of excitement in the presence of other couples without interacting with those other couples. So the question was, why do men cheat? I answered the question by saying it's not that men cheat, it's that people cheat for different reasons. One of the reasons is because of boredom, because of these latent personality and behavioral constructs of testosterone and estrogen being dissipated as the relationship progresses. And if you want to get that increased level of excitement, some people see the only option as cheating. And I'm suggesting to you, the only option is not just cheating. There are other options that you could consider. Consensual non-monogamy, you could research it and have a conversation about it. Or you could even, if you would like more information on Adrenaline, the event, and of course it's specific to persons in Trinidad, you could direct message me on Instagram. You could follow me on Instagram at Rydeus_KM, RYDEUS_KM. DM me and let me know, and I could get some information onto you if you so desire. Good. So I hope I was able to answer that question. And some people, of course, would say it has nothing to do with success, but as I described, success is setting meaningful goals and taking daily action towards them. And these goals could be in your relationship, it could be in your health and fitness, it could be in money, it could be in your job. It doesn't necessarily have to be all about increasing your bank account. Okay, so see you guys in the next video. Really happy to be of service. My aim is to create that kind of resource that people could just touch on to and get those kinds of insights and strategies and answers that they may be looking for. Hope I'm doing a good job. If I am, click the like button, please subscribe, please share. I'm really happy from all my 343 subscribers so far. Really happy that you guys are subscribing. Thank you very much, and of course keep tuning in for our 2 weekly videos. See you in the next video, guys. All the best.